Section 2.3, the distributive property, part 2. We can use the distributive property on both numbers at the same time. Example, compute 34 times 72 using a grid. So when we use a grid, we will have 34 times 72. And now the object is to break this up into parts that work well with each other. So we'll break up the 34 into 30 and 4, and then the 72 as 70 and 2. Now when we look at all these different boxes, we can see that this one right here is 30 by 70, which is 2,100. The one to the right of that is 30 by 2, which is 60. The one on the top left is going to be 4 by 70, which is 280. And the top right is going to be 4 by 2, which is 8. 34 times 72 is equal to 30 plus 4 times 70 plus 2. I'm going to write these out in the same order that I did the products in. 30 times 70 plus 30 times 2 plus 4 times 70 plus 4 times 2. 2100 plus 60 plus 280 plus 8. 2100 plus 60 is 2160. 200 more is 2360. Plus 80 is 2440. Plus 8 is 2448. In order to remember this calculation algebraically, we use a mnemonic device. It's called FOIL. FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. Example, compute 63 times 24. First, we're going to break apart our two numbers, 60 plus 3 times 20 plus 4. And now we're going to apply FOIL to this. So first means first of each pair, so 60 times 20. Outer means the outside values, 60 times 4. Inner means the inside two values, 3 times 20. And last means the last of each pair, 3 times 4. FOIL, first, outer, inner, last. And now we just add up all the components. 1200 plus 240 is 1440, plus 16 is 1500, plus 12 more is 1512. Section 2.4, multiplication with negatives. Most students are already familiar with the rules for multiplication, but if not, here they are. A positive times a positive will equal a positive. A positive times a negative will equal a negative. A negative times a positive will equal a negative. And a negative times a negative equals a positive. Example, compute 6 times negative 5. 6 times negative 5. This is a positive times a negative, so the answer will be negative. And then the number we get from multiplying the two numbers together. 6 times 5 is 30. So 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. Example, compute negative 4 times negative 7. Negative 4 times negative 7. Negative times negative is positive, so the answer will be positive. 4 times 7 is 28, positive 28. Section 2.5, the distributive property with subtraction. The distributive property can be combined with multiplication with negatives. Example, compute 6 times 30 minus 5. Now when we use the distributive property, we're going to do 6 times 30 minus 6 times 5. Now the negative sign comes from the fact that the 6 is understood to be positive and the 5 is understood to be negative. We associate the sign to the left of the number with the number itself, so the 5 is negative because there's a negative sign to the left of it. And if there's nothing to the left of it, we treat it as an implicit positive sign. 180 minus 30, which is 150. Example, compute 40 plus 6 times 30 minus 2. 40 plus 6 times 30 minus 2. This time we're going to combine FOIL with keeping track of the negative signs. So 40 times 30, both of these are positive. That's the first. Outer, 40 times 2, but the 2 is negative, so it'll be a negative 40 times 2. Inner, 6 times 30, they're both positive, so positive times positive is positive. Last, 6 times 2, but the 2 is negative, so it'll be minus 6 times 2. 1200 minus 80 plus 180 minus 12. 1200 minus 80 is 1120, plus 180 is 1300, minus 12 is 1288.